Welcome back to Entertainment with Les. We're breaking down the top 10 most disturbing Hollywood rumors that turned out to be true. Number 10. Katy Perry keeps wigs. Fans may have expected Katy Perry to respond with a bottle of Killer Queen or a cupcake crumb when they asked her this simple but endearing question during an interview: "What's in your purse?" Instead, Katy Perry said, "It's just a big empty bag." However, she continued, "While I was in attendance at my first Grammy Awards ceremony." With all that excitement, she was able to share a dressing room with Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift. You'd think she'd request a photo or something at this point. She requested a lock of each person's hair from them, which Katy thought was just fantastic. She must have a very different definition of the word awesome than we do, because this sounds absolutely horrible. She continued, saying that she would now tie tiny bows to each of them and place them in her purse. How could something that seems so made up be true? Miley and Taylor actually provided web support for this claim. Perry continues to assert that Miley Cyrus is both, even today. Katy has the most well-known individual in her phone and purse. You may have dropped something. Number 9. In her first appearance on television, Ellen treats the staff poorly, since revealing that her own daytime talk program will be ending. The press cycle was turned around by Ellen DeGeneres. The news that her show will be cancelled was premeditated and nasty, according to complaints of toxic workplace behavior. Occurred after receiving bad press for months following a BuzzFeed piece about former employees who said that the workplace was racially inappropriate and full of bullying and harassment. In interviews, Ellen insisted that these accusations were not the reason she was quitting. The program was no longer hard for her, the show merely claimed. BuzzFeed's report made no claims regarding harmful due to Ellen's own actions. Some former co-workers complained that the "be kind" mantra she had adopted was entirely false, which was echoed in a message Kevin T. Porter, a comedian, posted on Twitter. He urged others to send in their terrifying tales of the hosts in gratitude throughout the years, and he got nearly 2,000 responses. Following an examination, Warner Brothers came to the conclusion that there were some shortcomings in the studio's day-to-day management. In 2020, this Ellen made an appearance for the launch of her show's 18th season, and issued a non-air apology to the audience before taking responsibility and denying any wrongdoing. She was able to understand the genuine character of the workplace because she had 255 people spread over several buildings. Number 8. The Prince Charles scam. He is currently England's king. He doesn't always follow the rules, though. You see, behind closed doors, there was a 13-year age difference between Prince Charles and Lady Diana when they wed in 1981. Lady Diana was 20 years old at the time. There was talk that Charles had never truly been in love with Diana, and later evidence supported its veracity. While outside, everything appeared to be going well. Since Charles allegedly met up with Camilla Bowles in secret and engaged in an extramarital liaison with her in 1992, according to reports. Diana's autobiography is real, but Charles backed up the claims in a documentary in 1994. Diana passed just a year after the couple filed for divorce in 1996, which is a terrific place to do it. The now king made it obvious that he had no intention of getting married again. He ultimately remarried Oh Hey Look in 2005. Camilla Bowles is shocked by it. Number 7. Charges by Jonathan Majors. Those of you who are MCU aficionados would recognize Jonathan Majors as Kong the Conqueror. Sadly, it appears that the most recent big bad to join the seemingly endless list of villains in Marvel's Rogue Gallery. Due to an incident that occurred in March of this year, he might wind up getting the CGI eraser treatment. Following a domestic altercation with his girlfriend, Majors was detained on minor obstruction and her friend's charges. However, this wouldn't be the first time a domino had fallen due to rumors that similar incidents had occurred in the past. Many people in both the Yale community, where Majors attended school, and the New York theater scene, where he studied and practiced performing, claimed Majors was well known for being emotionally violent and professionally stiff, but never physically violent, and Majors is currently fighting to prove his innocence by asserting that the incident has been exaggerated. A number of texts found by his attorney appeared to support the idea that the incident had some merit. They demonstrated to Majors that his fiancée had fallen unconscious during the altercation and had to be taken to the hospital. She was allegedly found to have numerous bruises and scratch marks all over her body, which indicated that the allegations would stand and Majors would undoubtedly fall into the bottomless pit of cancelled superstars. Number 6. The transformation of Caitlyn Jenner. Now that Caitlyn is involved, this one isn't as unsettling. It's because so many people believed that her company had to play a role in their lives in order for them to live. You twits, there were whispers about Caitlyn's transition. Earliest part of the 1970s. The former Olympian has consistently refuted these allegations in public for years, and she has the support of numerous family members and friends. But in 2015, the accusations started to circulate once more when Jenner was allegedly seen leaving a doctor's office after having estrogen treatments. Additionally, Jenner had recently undergone reconstructive surgery, which only appeared to fuel the flames. Despite the gender not being completely disclosed at the time, the picture was shot, and rumors started to circulate. But after these incidents, a few months later, she revealed her gender identity in a widely recognized interview with Diane Sawyer. Jenner discussed the gender identification issues she has dealt with her entire life in the interview, needing to hide her true self out of fear of not being accepted, and in trying to preserve some macho athletic persona, even if she did confess that her first marriage. Christy Scott, despite having been divorced in 1998, was the first person to truly comprehend her hardships. She has publicly conveyed her congratulations to Caitlyn and her pride in her for being herself. Number 5. Spacey. Kevin. A very long time, Kevin Spacey has a solid reputation in the entertainment industry. Until October 2017, he was regarded as a competent actor with a dependable career, and no indications of that changing. When a BuzzFeed article claimed that Spacey had made unwanted approaches on a 14-year-old Anthony Rapp, Spacey was eager to refute the claims. The rumor that it's just another Hollywood scandal to pass the time. However, 30 more people have come forward since the publication of that article with their own allegations against Spacey, ranging from harassment to an even more desperate attempt to change the subject by coming out of hiding. However, the truth had already come to light, and was a part of the now famous Me Too movement. All projects involving Spacey were cancelled. He was involved in, and has deservedly been on, Hollywood's blacklist ever since. Number 4. Since 1999, Tiger Woods has had an affair. The well-known golfer had never experienced a losing season. Between 1997 and 2008, there was in reality at least one major golf event. He has captured 14 majors. He was wed to a model, had a gorgeous home, and pockets full of wealth, so what more could Tiger possibly want? In the latter part of November 2009, he desired someone other than his wife. Neighbors observed the Tiger being ejected from his house by his wife. Before accelerating out of his driveway in his Escalade and colliding first with a fire hydrant, then a tree, Ellen Nordgren struck him with a golf club. He was unresponsive on the sidewalk for 6 minutes before awakening. However, by that point, it was already too late, and rumors of infidelity between Tiger Woods and his wife were being circulated in the headlines. Additionally, speculations said that Tiger may have had a side mistress. It turns out that this guy, so to speak, had a woman in every course. He lost his Nike Gatorade endorsements after confessing to the wrongdoings live on air. Before declaring his complete retirement from golf, Gillette reportedly admitted to having 120 extramarital affairs, according to reports from Accenture and Gillette. Ellen didn't end their relationship with Woods permanently until April 2010, when she learned that one of his mistresses was the neighbor's daughter who was attending college at the time. Number 3. The Beatles' lead guitarist and a superb artist in his own right, John Lennon, was under scrutiny. John Lennon was never shy about sharing his political opinions. He was anti-war, anti-establishment, and anti-government, as seen by songs like Give Peace, and other counterculture-inspired works. Lennon's notion of what this meant was occasionally dubious in interviews, and there's a likelihood that this labeled him as a national threat. He would assert that he was constantly being watched, and that he saw the same cars passing by his house almost every day. While once thought to be the ramblings of a hippie high on drugs, this is no longer the case. In 1972, when the Immigration and Naturalization Service attempted to deport him, this hypothesis was confirmed. After the FBI acknowledged that Lennon had been the subject of an inquiry for more than a year. In order to forward his anti-war agenda, he was able to fight back and maintain his presence in the nation. Number 2. Arnold is a former governor of California and a secret child action movie star. When he revealed in 2011 that a long-held rumor from 1996 was in fact accurate, Schwarzenegger grabbed media attention. In preparation for the birth of their new baby Christopher, Arnold was married to Maria Shriver, a Kennedy family member. However, Arnie didn't prepare by making cribs or baby-proofing the outlets. At the same time that Christopher was born, his illegitimate son was also born, and he opted to have an affair with his longtime housekeeper Mildred Baina. After his wife noted the housekeeper's unexpected and abrupt absence, and wondered whether there might have been a more sinister motive for her departure, Joseph's stories started to spread. However, it was later made known in 2011 that Arnold had made the decision to speak. It turns out that Arnold had offered Mildred a sizable severance package, so she could properly raise their son before finally leaving on what they called good terms after many years of attempting and heaps of paperwork. He can now spend more time with his children since Maria Arnold, and he finally got a divorce. Mildred is a young chef. Now an adult, Joseph is continuing his father's career as a model and in the film business. Number 1. The illegal activity of Donald Trump in 2006. Donald Trump was only recognized as a wealthy real estate tycoon with a popular reality series. He had lately wed Melania Trump, according to The Apprentice. And he had a 4-month-old child who had just been born. Stormy Daniels launched a court lawsuit asserting that the confidentiality agreement he made her sign was invalid, and as a result, claims emerged that Trump was having an affair with the adult film star. During his marriage to Melania, and Trump had a very close friendship for almost a year. These allegations of an affair were not the first. Trump has been accused of harassment or misconduct by 26 women, and has been in and out of the media since the 1970s. While these rumors initially had little merit, after becoming the most disorganized president in recent memory, the truth was finally allowed to shine. It was revealed in March that Trump was being detained on 34 separate occasions for breaking a New York law that prohibits fabricating official records in order to cover up other crimes. He was essentially using corporate funds to settle scores with anyone who might have posed a threat to him politically or personally. So that's it for the channel. Who do we miss? And what other dark, disturbing secrets do you know of? Leave it in the comments below, and we will see you next time.